YouTube, what's going on? My name's Azza and welcome back, or welcome to my channel if you are brand new. In today's video guys, we're going to be talking about the new autumn seasonal event. Just before we hop into it guys, I want to let you know I've just released my own S1 class Jaguar XJR. The car is a machine. It's got over 1100 horsepower and it does over 260 miles an hour. So do me a huge favour lads, give it a watch and also give it a like. Let me know that you're liking these tuning videos. So we move on to the first car that I've used for the championship Get Hyped or Getting Hyped. It's hypercars. I've used the Koenigsegg CC8S. So if I'm going to be honest, this was the easiest championship for me. The reason for it is this car just made it so easy. So easy. As you can see, even on the straights, I'm keeping up with these cars. We all know how fast and overpowered these AI are. But with this Koenigsegg, it was super easy guys, and if I do recommend that you do go and download one tune out of the 3 that I've given you for the championships, this is the one. It makes it so easy. The Koenigsegg isn't that expensive to buy, and the parts again, they aren't that expensive either, so it's quite an affordable car for this series. It saves you spending hundreds and hundreds of thousands of pounds on a Lamborghini Aventador for example. You can buy yourself a Koenigsegg and just destroy it. So lap 2 of 3, I managed to get into the lead, and this is where I pull away. So now you're going to see a really thoroughly detailed lap about how good this car is. As you can see there, absolute demonic on the brakes. I can brake super late. I did brake very early for that first corner. Well, I braked when the line told me to. And as you can see, before it even started or even thought about turning, the line was telling me to accelerate. So that's just how good and solid this build is. I will leave the share codes and the name of the car as well in the comment section down below, just to make it that bit easier for you if you do want to go and download it. This is a build and a tune that I'm super proud of. So we're coming across the line now of lap 3 of 3, and what a car the Koenigsegg CC8S is. So we've gone from hypercars to dull, boring, big sedan looking things. This Chevy Bel Air Hoonigan was, it was a total disaster. As you can see here, it's just so difficult to get the car to corner. So what I did is, I don't know if it's a bug in the game, but I was able to put almost every single engine part on this car. Now ignore this bit, close your eyes and just pretend this never happened. I did have a nightmare. I'll tell you the reason why though. I have a controller with adjustable sort of leverage. So I've got 1, 2 and 3. It was on number 3 for some reason, which means it only goes down by about 1/3 of the way. As you can see, they're very cautious onto the brakes. And now we managed to get the car straightened up. We're looking at empty tarmac. Now we can get this car and really unleash what's under the hood. Now, like I mentioned, I have gone for straight power on this car. The car, for its class and how much sort of handling and braking characteristics it's got, does have a lot of power. Now, as you saw in the sort of opening part of this race, how easy it was to just power past people. What I would recommend if you do use this car with this share code, brake when it tells you to brake. There's no two ways about it. The car is so wishy-washy and flimsy and soft. It's so difficult to get the car to turn. Once you get it turning, like that corner there, you can get the back end to step out ever so slightly, and it is really fun to drive. But as soon as you come to a corner where you have to brake and really sort of turn it in, it does get a bit difficult. So as long as you've got rewinds on, you'll be a-okay. There's not much that I could have done to this car. I have left the suspension stock. The reason for it is I just think it's funny. I think it's really funny the way the car wishy-washes, but it works. It works for the cars. It gets the car to turn. And like I say, even if you do struggle in the corners, the brakes, it's got race brakes, so you're definitely going to outbrake all the other competitors of the AI. And then last case scenario, you're just going to power past them with the abundance of power that it's got. I think it's got over 600 horsepower, so it's just going to fly past people as long as you can get it into 3rd or 4th gear. Absolutely smash that corner then. At the inside locking up, I love that. Loved it, but unfortunately I tried to loop to the left to see if I could see which tyre was locking up, but I couldn't. I was too slow. And yeah, we're coming across the line now in first place, well, a mile away from everyone else. And now, lads, the grand finale. We have the Ford Bronco in B class. Now, this is a difficult series. The reason for it, it's an anything goes series. Now, I turned far too early, thinking I was still in the Chevy Bel Air, and yeah, had an absolute nightmare, rammed that Ford Fiesta, told him to get out of the way. As we all probably know now, the Ford Bronco is a very, very solid B-class car. There's so many builds that I've seen on the market that I didn't really know what else to do with it. I've kept the roof on and I've put the aeros on and I've tried to make it as off-roadish as I can. Now, it's not the quickest down the straight and it's definitely not the quickest accelerating, but it does definitely make up for that in the corners. The car is so grippy off-road. As you can see there, up the inside of 1, nearly 2, up the inside of 2nd place here now. It's just so easy. As long as you get that car parked up in the inside of they're not going to go around the outside of you. It's as simple as that. We're 40% of the way through this sprint race now, and I'm in 2nd place. First is ahead, but as you can see, I'm struggling down this back straight, well, the straights in general. As soon as I get up to about 120, 130, the car starts to, well, it's not got the power, or I could alter the gear ratios, but it's an off-roading car. As you can see there, stuck it up the inside of 1st place, using every inch of track there, and now I was trying to pull away from these, but I'm going to be completely honest, I couldn't. I spun out here. I had an absolute nightmare. A little rewind, never hurts anyone, as you've seen. But yeah, it's other than my little mishaps that I've been doing here, these 3 cars are really solid cars for people who are new to the game, or even decent people, even decent racers. If you want to go and use these, please feel free. And I've always said any feedback is good feedback. So if you guys can let me know if these tunes were rubbish, decent, they helped you win, there's better tunes on the market, anything, just let me know in the comment section down below. If there's better tunes, I'll do more market research before uploading, but these are the tunes that I used and it helped me to win, and I won fairly easy, bar the few rewinds that you've seen, being completely transparent. It was quite an easy series to use, so I'm hoping the next series we do have some decent events, because this one started incredible, you know, with the track toys and things like that. I really thoroughly enjoyed it. But we're coming to the end of the video now, lads. If you are still here, let me know what your favourite colour car is. Let me know. Just don't say anything else, just put a colour in the comment section down below. That's how I know you'll be a true geezer. But as always, guys, take care of yourselves and stay tuned for more.